CareBright is Ireland's first purpose-built community village for people living with dementia. An alternative to nursing homes, it's a household model of care that's already proven successful in Holland. The emphasis is on keeping people active and engaged, something that suits Marianne, who spent years running a B&B and now works in the community cafe every morning.
You know, I love to be able to do something. I mean, even cleaning windows, if I see like windows need to be cleaning, I think nothing of getting a cart and cleaning them and that. So that's it. I love working. I'm a worker.
The door of each ensuite bedroom depicts a meaningful image unique to the occupant's life, thus avoiding any confusion.
That was put up yesterday. We called her Baby Blue. That was my cat at home, Baby Blue. Now, bye-bye. Now you can come in, right in. Welcome to our house. You're welcome to it.
Who's who?
That's Catherine, my daughter.
Yeah.
That's myself. And that's little Anne-Marie, and she passed away. She was taken from me. She was very young. She was only in her, what was it?
19,
she was something like that, 19, I think.
Oh,
there it is, that's the book. That's the picture that she died. March 2002.
Marianne gets paid for her work in the cafe and says she's settled in well and is very happy.
It's lovely, sure, I love it. I mean, it's like wonderful, it's like a holiday.
CareBright is a social enterprise, not-for-profit organisation, providing home care in Munster for the last 20 years. And it was this experience that prompted the idea for the community village, infused with their ethos of commitment, compassion and companionship. So how does one qualify for a place here?
We have a very strict admission criteria because what we want is for the community members to benefit the most from this model of care. So we look for people who are early to mid-stage in living with dementia and also have a proper diagnosis by a consultant. I think as a nation we look after our parents as much as we can, and sometimes it comes too late when you realise that you need support. The key and the essence of this model is in order to benefit the most, is to come at an early stage and be included and participate as part of a family unit. That's what experience has shown us.
The Yarn Cafe is a hive of activity where residents and the public mingle. Noreen and her friends Eileen and Dave come here every morning, and the friends agree that living here is a positive experience.
Everybody knows everybody else and everybody is kind and gentle, and it's just a different place. Oh, I'm very happy now because you don't have to worry about anything because there's always someone there to help you and do whatever you want.
More relaxed, plenty of getting out and about, yeah, wonderful food, yes, everything is very good here.
Relatives are immensely appreciative of how CareBright has changed lives. Dave Graney was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia 2 years ago.
It was just a constant worrying, is he okay? The loneliness as well. We were always just had this sense of we were responsible for him, and we really, really felt, that we had to dedicate our lives to looking after him.
We were recently married in 2017, and I suppose we never got a chance to kind of, throw ourselves into that marriage because Dad was always paramount. He was always the most important thing, and everything that was surrounded by him. I mean, it's like heaven. It's like a dream come true for us, really, as a person who deeply wants the best for him. And that's solely, because of the staff members. I mean, you can have a model and it can work perfectly, but how you work that model, who works that model is quite important. And that's what staff members here do. They are absolutely incredible. And they've given us that sense of kind of, contentment and comfort and knowledge that he'll be okay. And for now and the rest of his journey, that everything will be okay.
The village is made up of bungalows, each containing 6 private living spaces on 4 acres of parkland, and a boreen complete with grass to resonate with residents from rural backgrounds.
The common factor for people living in here is everyone have dementia. Everyone is living with dementia. And we have 6 people living in each house, so we can accommodate 18 people all together. We want people to be out enjoying the fresh air. As you could see, we don't lock anything. It's open. The cafe is open. The houses are open. We wanted community to come into our cafe. We want people living with us to go into the cafe. They meet their friends. They meet their family. It's quite normal. If you want to go out, do. If you want to go to the pub, do. So it's a freedom. It's a independence. As you could see in the morning, our house is run by the people living in the house. The staff would always stand back and ask them to do things. It's more encouraging them, it's more reassuring them. It's quite okay to live normally with dementia. And you need people to understand you, to be around, to reassure you. And that's all you need.
Liz Early is a voluntary board member of CareBright and as an academic has focused her research on the needs of older people.
Well, I think that people who are living with dementia still have a lot of capacity and capability in life, and we need to offer them a residence where they can live a life as near to what they have come from. I think it's important for them to have that level of continuity. People living with dementia often lose short-term memory, but they have a long-term memory. And so having something that reminds them of home, doing familiar tasks and activities is really important. And so we have found that engaging in that level of activity and being very person-centred, client-centred, that allows people to live at ease more with their dementia.
Optional activities are on offer for residents and for those from the wider community, as well as the daily activities of food preparation in the community kitchen in each house.
Joan would have been brought up with a big family, and so she'd be well used to being in the kitchen and helping out. So we try to encourage them as much as possible to help out where they can. And then again, like, I don't need to go and get stuff for Joan, she'll just go and get it herself. And that's the difference, is just allowing them to be themselves and allowing them to, do what they always did in their lives and not to take that off them.
Well, I volunteer just to be involved, to be honest with you, and just because they're our neighbours and our friends. So, and I come once a week and I bake, and Eileen is my chief helper. Normally we made lovely brown bread the other day. So, yeah, it's just, and to give back, because I have personal experience of dementia. So.
Mari was actually in a nursing home when her family discovered this CareBright alternative. They say the change in her is striking.
Our lives have just changed completely. As a family, I think it's more so the support we're getting, the friendship here, and the warmth when we arrive out. It's a joy, actually, to visit Mari. And we know that Mari is in the best of hands as well. And you can see it in her. She has relaxed. There's more of the old self in Mari. There's always a laugh and a giggle. And music and singing would be the thing. You just know she's happy. We walk around here and she says, isn't this just heaven? She just loves it.
And residents of the CareBright village have been embraced by the wider community in Bruff.
They integrated into the community very well. They regularly attend church. They regularly attend all the shops. There's a couple of them that have the odd pint in the pub. And obviously they regularly come in here to their pharmacy where they get their medicines, and we advise them regularly. And it's been such a positive addition to the community here in Brooke.
Cheers! Cheers! Cheers!
People can apply for a place at CareBright either through the Fair Deal scheme or privately at a similar cost to a nursing home. Beloved pets are allowed, and there are even resident miniature goats who are walked by community members. They're aptly called by the easy-to-remember names of Tom, Dick and Harry. But how long can a person with dementia stay at CareBright Village?
When our community members come to live at the community, it's their home for life. So they can settle in and be part of a community for the rest of their lives.